Title: At my ex-wife's wedding, her new family cornered me. Asterisk. Why are you even here? Her brother mocked. She's found a better man now. They laughed and pointed, but my 8-year-old son, Liam, tugged at my sleeve. Dad, we have to leave. Something bad's coming. Trust me, Daddy. I nodded and started for the door. Then it happened. End of chapter 1. The invitation I should have ignored. I only attended my ex-wife's wedding reception because of Liam. He was the ring bearer, proud in his tiny black suit and sunglasses, and he wanted me there to see him shine. The venue was a lavish banquet hall, chandeliers gleaming, a string quartet playing softly, and waiters weaving through the crowd with trays of champagne. I stayed in the shadows, hands in my pockets, trying to go unnoticed. That's when they approached, her new family, the groom's brother, cousins, even his father, circling me like predators. Why are you even here? Her brother sneered, loud enough to draw stares. She's moved on to a real man, a cousin added with a smirk. Their laughter was sharp, meant to wound. I kept quiet. Years of biting my tongue had taught me some battles weren't worth fighting. Then I felt a small hand on my sleeve. It was Liam, his face pale, eyes flicking toward the far end of the hall. Dad, we need to leave now, he whispered urgently. Why? What's wrong? I crouched to his level. Something bad's going to happen, he said, voice trembling. Trust me, Daddy. His certainty sent a shiver through me. My gut screamed to listen. I grabbed his hand and we headed for the exit. And then, it happened. Chapter 2. The crash. We were steps from the glass doors when a deafening crack split the air. The room froze for a heartbeat. Then another crack rang out, followed by the sound of shattering glass as the massive chandelier above the head table plummeted. Screams erupted, guests dove for cover, and champagne glasses smashed on the marble floor. The impact shook the hall, silverware clattering, the quartet scrambling to safety. I turned just in time to see the tangled heap of crystal and metal where the bridal party had been moments before. My ex-wife and her new husband were still there, blood staining his white suit, her perfect hair matted with glass shards. Security rushed in, followed by men in dark suits who moved with a precision that didn't belong at a wedding. They scanned the ceiling, checked exits, too calculated to be staff. Liam clung to my leg, eyes wide. See, Daddy, I told you. His voice wasn't just relieved, it was certain. That's when it hit me. Liam hadn't guessed something bad would happen. He knew. Chapter 3. Liam's secret. Outside, the cold winter air stung our faces as I pulled Liam away from the chaos. Sirens wailed in the distance, police, ambulances, maybe fire trucks. I knelt to his level, gripping his shoulders. Liam, how did you know that was going to happen? He bit his lip, hesitant, the way he got when he was scared to tell the truth. Then in a whisper he said, I heard them last night. Mom, her new husband, and some guy I didn't know, they were in the kitchen. I was supposed to be asleep, but I went for water. My heart sank. What did they say? His eyes welled up. They said it'd be poetic if you got hurt at the wedding. They paid someone to make the lights fall during the toast, but they didn't know where you'd be sitting. And Mom's husband said it didn't matter. If you weren't there, someone else would take the hit. My blood ran cold. They hadn't just been taunting me earlier, they'd been positioning me. Rage simmered in my chest, slow and heavy. I pulled Liam close. You did good, buddy, but now Daddy has to do what's right. I wasn't ready to call the police yet. This wasn't just about justice, it was about making them pay. Chapter 4. Silent moves. I dropped Liam at my sister Claire's house, then circled back to the venue, not to enter but to watch. Paramedics were loading my ex-wife onto a stretcher. She wasn't hurt, just furious, shrieking. Her new husband paced, snarling into his phone. One of those men in dark suits stood nearby, eyes scanning the crowd like he had secrets to protect. I didn't need to get closer. I had enough to start. That night I called Marcus, an old friend, ex-military, now in private security, the kind of guy who could dig up what the cops wouldn't touch. Need a discreet job? I asked. Depends, he said. Legal. Not even close. A pause, then a low laugh. Give me the names. While Marcus worked, I played it smart. Stayed off social media, avoided mutual friends, let them think I was too broken or embarrassed to act. Meanwhile, Marcus delivered. The groom's gambling debts, my ex-wife's hidden account in the Caymans, the contractor they'd hired for the chandelier, a washed-up stunt rigger with a long rap sheet. The kicker. They'd paid him with funds from the groom's company, a government contractor that couldn't afford a scandal. That was my leverage. Chapter 5. Laying the trap * revenge takes patience and surprise. Marcus' intel was a treasure trove, but I didn't want to just turn it over to the police. I wanted them to tear each other apart. Step 1. I sent an anonymous package to the groom's company compliance office, copies of offshore transfers, casino surveillance photos, and the rigger's invoice. The cover letter read, "Urgent review, potential embezzlement and fraud with government funds." Step 2. I hit my ex-wife directly. Using a burner phone, I sent her a screenshot of her Cayman account balance. Below it, I typed, "I know it all. They'll be coming for you soon." Step 3 was the best. Marcus arranged for the chandelier contractor to bump into one of the groom's business rivals, a man who thrived on others' downfall. A small payment and a promise of protection, and the rigger was ready to spill everything, to anyone who'd listen. By the time the wedding video hit the internet, with the chandelier crash looping endlessly, reporters were circling. The contractor, desperate to save himself, told the press, "They paid me to make sure someone got hurt." The pieces were falling exactly where I wanted them. Chapter 6. The fall *. It began on a Tuesday morning. The groom's company doors were covered with a massive asterisk under federal investigation notice. Unmarked SUVs parked out front, agents in windbreakers hauling out boxes and hard drives. By midday, the story was everywhere. Local businessmen probed for fraud, money laundering with a grainy image of the chandelier crash playing on every channel. My ex-wife's face was front and center, mid-scream, eyes wide with panic. She called me from a blocked number. I knew it was her from the shake in her voice. "You did this. You think you're smart, but you've destroyed everything." I paused, then said, "No, you * destroyed everything. I just made sure everyone saw it." Her husband was arrested within a week. She dodged charges at first, but when investigators traced her Cayman account to the missing funds, she was cuffed too. I filed for full custody of Liam. With both of them facing felonies, the judge didn't hesitate, calling me the only stable parent in Liam's life. The last time I saw her was in court, shackled, makeup gone, eyes empty. She mouthed something, maybe please, maybe sorry. I didn't answer. In that moment, I realized the real revenge wasn't the investigation or the headlines. It was walking out of that courtroom with Liam's hand in mine, knowing she'd never hurt us again. Epilogue. The lesson * months later, life felt steady again. No more snide remarks from her family, no more pretending for show. Just me and Liam, rebuilding. We moved to a quieter area, got him into a new school with a music program he loved. He started playing guitar on the porch every evening like I used to for him when he was small. The case lingered in the news. Her husband took a plea deal. She got 3 years for fraud and conspiracy. When the verdict aired, I didn't feel the thrill I'd expected, just closure. One day, Liam asked, "Dad, was it worth it? Doing all that?" I looked at him and said, "Son, sometimes revenge isn't about settling scores. It's about making sure they can't hurt you or anyone else ever again." He nodded, strumming a quiet chord. For the first time in years, the air felt clean. In the end, I didn't just win. I got my life back. I got my son back. And that was the truest justice of all. What do you think? Was this revenge fair? Share your thoughts below. If you believe this story hits the mark, share it with someone who'd vibe with it, and follow Lauren's stories for more gripping tales of betrayal and justice. Because here, every lie meets its truth and every betrayal casts a shadow. Stay sharp, stay bold, and stay tuned.